Tajikistan is building the tallest dam in the world, the Rogun Dam, set to stand at a huge 335 meters higher than the famous Hoover Dam and even the colossal Three Gorges Dam. Once completed, it will generate 3,600 megawatts of electricity, enough to power millions of homes and industries. With a reservoir capable of holding 13.3 cubic kilometers of water, the dam promises to change Tajikistan's energy sector and turn it into a major power exporter. However, the challenges are big, from financial problems to political tensions and environmental risks. What makes this dam so important? And can it overcome the problems standing in its way? Well, let's find out. Located in the towering Pamir Mountains, the Rogun Dam is rising on the Vakush River, a lifeline for Tajikistan's economy and daily life. A nation known for its rugged land and long, harsh winters, Tajikistan depends heavily on hydropower to meet its energy needs. But despite having huge hydropower potential, the country faces a harsh reality: constant electricity shortages and rationing. During the bitter cold months, millions of citizens are left in the dark, especially in rural areas, where long blackouts force families to turn to firewood and coal for heating. Not only does this leave communities without power, but it also harms the environment faster. Tajikistan's dependence on hydropower is very high. Over 90% of its electricity comes from its rivers. However, this reliance comes with a major challenge: seasonal changes in water flow. In the winter, when river levels drop significantly, energy production falls sharply. This forces the government to limit electricity use, affecting daily life and slowing industries. Businesses slow down and the economy takes a hit as a result. So, what's the solution to this ongoing issue? Enter the Rogun Dam, a massive infrastructure project designed to control the Vakush River's flow. With this dam, Tajikistan can store large amounts of water during the wet season, ensuring a steady energy supply year-round. But the Rogun Dam promises more than energy security alone. Once completed, it could change Tajikistan's economy by positioning the country as a major electricity exporter in Central Asia. This shift could reduce the nation's reliance on energy imports and boost revenues, providing the stability Tajikistan so desperately needs. After laying the groundwork and understanding the significance of the Rogun Dam, the real question is, how do you take on such a massive project in one of the world's most challenging terrains? The Rogun Dam is a true engineering marvel, designed to soar at an impressive 335 meters, surpassing even the Nurik Dam, currently the tallest in Tajikistan. Once completed, it could hold the title of the world's tallest dam. The dam's design is focused on harnessing the full power of the Vakush River, which flows through the rugged, towering terrain of the Pamir Mountains. This river offers immense hydropower potential, and the dam will feature 6 powerful turbines, each capable of generating 600 MW, resulting in a total installed capacity of 3,600 MW. That's enough power to power millions of homes and industries across Tajikistan, and even provide surplus electricity for export to neighboring countries. But how does it all come together? And what challenges stand in the way? Well, the construction process involves a series of complex and ambitious phases. One of the most extremely difficult tasks has been the digging of 2 massive tunnels drilled deep into the mountains to divert the powerful Vakush River. These tunnels will channel the river away from the construction zone, and this key step was only possible during the winter months when the river's flow is at its lowest. How did the engineers manage such a massive task? The region's extreme climate, freezing winters and scorching summers, made it harder to set concrete properly and operate heavy machinery, but their creativity made it possible. Adding another layer of complexity, the dam is being built in a highly earthquake-prone area, requiring advanced engineering techniques to ensure structural stability and longevity. How can such a massive structure withstand earthquakes? Special rock fill and reinforced concrete are being used to absorb earthquake shocks and prevent potential failures. Despite these technical innovations, the project has faced numerous hurdles, including financial limitations, logistical challenges, and the difficulties of transporting heavy machinery through remote mountainous terrain. So how did the Rogun Dam go from an ambitious vision to a decade-long struggle? Well, it began in the 1970s under the Soviet Union when the idea of harnessing the hydropower potential of Central Asia's rivers was seen as a game-changer. Construction officially started in 1976 with engineers and planners seeing the dam as a crucial piece of infrastructure. Not only did it meet Tajikistan's growing energy needs, but it was also expected to provide power to neighboring Soviet republics. But as with many big projects, the road ahead was far from smooth. What could possibly go wrong? The region's rugged land and earthquake risk posed huge technical challenges in slowing progress. Then in 1991, everything changed. The collapse of the Soviet Union halted the project completely, leaving Tajikistan, now an independent nation, facing severe money problems. Political unrest and the brutal civil war from 1992 to 1997 further drained the country's resources, leaving little room for large-scale infrastructure projects like Rogun. As if that weren't enough, in 1993, a devastating flood damaged much of the unfinished construction, setting the project back even further and weakening public trust in its success. Despite these setbacks, the vision of the Rogun Dam was never fully abandoned. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Tajikistan made several attempts to restart the project, but one major obstacle remained: funding. Why was it so hard to secure the necessary investment? Well, part of the problem was the strong resistance from downstream neighbors like Uzbekistan, which feared the dam's construction could disrupt crucial water flows for farming. Finally, in 2016, after years of talks and international funding efforts, construction resumed in earnest. But how did Tajikistan manage to get the project back on track? The government took bold steps, issuing government bonds and shifting national funds to finance the dam. For Tajikistan, this wasn't merely about energy, it was about securing energy independence and positioning the country as a major regional electricity exporter. What if I told you that Tajikistan, a country facing power shortages, is on the verge of becoming a regional energy powerhouse? The Rogun Dam, once fully operational, will generate over 3,600 MW of electricity, more than double the capacity of the current largest dam, Nurek. This boost will end power blackouts, especially during the cold winter months, benefiting over 70% of Tajikistan's population who rely on electricity for heating. The Rogun Dam isn't only for domestic needs, it could make Tajikistan a key electricity exporter in Central Asia, with countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Uzbekistan eyeing its clean hydropower. The CASA 1000 project aims to export electricity to South Asia, potentially increasing Tajikistan's GDP and reducing its reliance on remittances. The dam's reservoir will also provide crucial agricultural irrigation, boosting crop yields and offering a solution to droughts. Agriculture, which employs over half the population, stands to benefit greatly, improving food security and rural development, lifting thousands out of poverty. So, what's standing in the way of this ambitious project? Despite its enormous potential, the Rogun Dam has faced significant opposition, especially from Uzbekistan, which fears the dam could disrupt its water supply for cotton farming. Diplomatic efforts are underway to address these concerns. Environmental challenges also loom with the relocation of thousands of potential impacts on ecosystems in the Vakash River Basin. Climate change adds uncertainty to water availability, complicating the dam's long-term viability. Balancing economic gains with social and environmental factors is a key change for Tajikistan. To truly understand the size of the Rogun Dam, it's essential to compare it with other legendary dams around the world. Take the Hoover Dam in the United States, for example. Standing at 221 meters, the Hoover Dam once stood as an example of American creativity during the Great Depression. But in terms of size and power, it can't quite measure up to Rogun. With an installed capacity of 2,080 MW, the Hoover Dam is surpassed by Rogun's impressive 3,600 MW. Now let's turn our attention to China's Three Gorges Dam. Though it stands shorter at 185 meters, the Three Gorges Dam is unmatched in energy production with an installed capacity of 22,500 MW making it the world's largest power-producing dam. While Rogun surpasses it in height, the Three Gorges Dam still leads in energy output and reservoir size, holding 39.3 cubic kilometers of water compared to Rogun's 13.3 cubic kilometers. Can any dam compete with the Three Gorges in scale and energy? While closer to home, Tajikistan's Hoover Dam, once the world's tallest, still generates 70% of the country's electricity. But with rising energy demands, Rogun will soon surpass it, positioning Tajikistan as a regional energy powerhouse. Despite extreme weather, rugged mountains, and seismic activity, engineers are developing advanced solutions to ensure Rogun's stability and long-term success, solidifying its transformative role in Tajikistan's energy future. The Rogun Dam, set to be completed by 2033, promises to reshape Tajikistan's energy future despite its $6 billion cost. So do you think it'll overcome the challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you're interested in more record-breaking infrastructure projects, check out our video on Austria and Italy building the longest tunnel in the world. Hey, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload.